Mars welcomes the largest interstellar visitor in history. Just today on October 3rd. A moment of celestial bodies from the depths of the universe. It is passing through Mars at a speed of 60 kilometers per second. At this moment, 2 probes on Mars. They are all detecting it. Just to figure out what it is. Why is its speed and track so? This body size is bigger than oscillant. What secret does the 50 times giant hide? At the current speed, when will it approach the Earth? Today, let's talk about this uninvited guest. July 1, 2025. The Chilean one is specializing in staring at the asteroid. ET's telescope that hits the Earth. Suddenly outside Jupiter's orbit. Discover a light spot flying over at high speed. At first I thought it was an ordinary asteroid. As soon as the result track data comes out, the astronomy community has exploded. This is not something in our solar system at all. It comes from near the center of the distant Milky Way. Diameter is 10 to 20 kilometers. It's so far the third interstellar body discovered by humans. So name it 3A Atlas. As early as 8 years ago. An interstellar visitor about 400 meters long. AO silently breaks into the solar system. It has no tail and no squirts. Near the Sun. Suddenly accelerated from 26 kilometers per second to 87 kilometers per second. It was once speculated that it was an alien spacecraft. Violence in 2019 has been very regular. It drags the standard Huaxing tail. All over my body is covered with ice and dust. It's a typical star. It's time for Atlas to come on. The first 2 instantly became small supporting roles. Because no matter the body's shape, and the speed is far beyond the suspense of AO Moon and violence. From discovery to present, it only took 3 months. Flying from Jupiter to near Mars. Refreshing human perception of interstellar visitors. Its track angle is even more confusing. You need to know the planets in the solar system. Huaxing is all revolving around the Sun on the ecliptic plane. Walking on the same floor. The first 2 visitors rushed in from the top of the solar system. The angle is several dozen degrees apart. Conforming to the identity of interstellar celestial bodies. But Atlas is different. It is only 5 degrees better than the ecliptic horn. Almost close to Jupiter and Mars. Flying over the Earth. What's even more ruthless is, it's on a hyperbolic track. Eccentricity up to 6.15. This means that the Sun's gravity cannot retain it at all. It comes to the solar system and checks in. Take a few photos and walk around and leave. If all the previous ones can be explained by coincidence. Chemical composition of Atlas. It directly concealed the astronomer's theory. Generally, Huaxing's tail is made of water. Ice turns into water vapor when approaching the Sun. Mixed with dust to form a confluence. But James Webb telescope. Towards its tail. Silenced directly. More than 90% of this guy's tail is carbon dioxide. Poorly low water content. The ratio of carbon dioxide to water in Huafa. About 8 to 1. This ratio is much higher than in the solar system. The ratio of carbon dioxide to water of typical Huaxing. Perhaps it is precisely these reasons. Professor of Physics at Harvard University. Avalebs published a paper. Professor Loeb's bold guess. Atlas may be an alien spacecraft. It is not ruled out that Atlas is deliberately approaching Jupiter and Mars. The purpose is to facilitate the deployment of probes to these planets. Atlas is flying over the orbit of Mars at this moment. This close contact is for astronomers. Provides excellent observation opportunities. European Space Agency plans to use Mars Express. Observation of Atlas with Mars Trace Gas Orbital Gas. NASA also plans to use it. including Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, a unique data collection for this interstellar visitor. There is only one purpose of mobilizing so many detectors. It is to conduct a detailed analysis of it, to study its chemical composition and orbital characteristics, etc. Find out what it is. Why is it different from the knowing in the solar system? Next, Atlas will gradually approach the Sun. But it is at least 1.6 astronomical units away from the Earth, because it hides behind the Sun. Earth and Atlas are on both sides of the Sun respectively. The ground telescope can't observe it at all. That's why the music club professors send a reminder. Said Atlas deliberately hid behind the Sun. It uses the Sun to prevent humans from taking in-depth observations of it. Then we just watch it break into the solar system, then leave freely again. The answer is certainly no. And we have another chance to take photos of it up close, because it will fly over the orbit of Jupiter in March 2026. Zuno probe specializing in detecting Jupiter. The track has been adjusted. Give up the subsequent observation plan of Jupiter. Turn to the front of the Longier Atlas, just to be closest to the Sun. Observe how it reacts. Find out its chemical composition. Many people don't understand. Why do we spend so much energy? Go and study a passing interstellar class. What's the use of studying Atlas?